I'm going to introduce Jeff. Jeff is a resident of the Redlands and the Redlands community, and he's going to say a few words on behalf of Bayside and Redlands communities. Thank you, Jeff.
Well, there are a lot of people here today, which I was hoping that would be the case, and we're from the Redlands, and I want to speak on a personal note of what we've been through in our little journey. But I certainly won't talk about how we had to find the original PAI meeting. I won't talk about when we got to Wynnum, all the bullshit that was given to us. I won't talk about when we were outside afterwards, the Trax employees could not believe how quiet Wynnum was during the day. I was able to tell them they're butcher birds, that's magpies, and they asked me the question, is it really this quiet down here? I said, mate, this is what it is all the time. That's what you have to contend with. So all your noise readings and everything else you're dealing with, 30 decibels, keep that in mind. I won't talk about the following meetings we went to, and they keep peddling the same misinformation. And they're that bright, they didn't realise we were at the previous meetings. They hadn't worked it out. And of course, Air Services Australia, before me, obviously, Marcus, you guys have done a great job about their flawed methods of reporting, their flawed evidence gathering, about the complete lack of any sound recordings of all the new flight paths. I was astounded to find out that the 58 noise meters were the old flight paths, not where the new ones were going. And just for everybody here today, the sound that you saw, you've helped from the planes that went over this morning. Can I tell you, in my home in Cleveland, that's the noise we get. Why? Because it's bouncing off the water. And it starts at Mud Island, and we don't hear the noise disappear until they're well over Rochdale, or they're well over Bellbarry, or what you guys have got to go through. 3, 4, 5 minutes, we endure it. During peak hour, we get no respite, because they're following each other, what's it, 2-minute intervals? Yeah. And we get to hear them all the way through. Computer modelling, I'm in IT. Can I tell you, the computer modelling they provided is absolute crap. It has absolutely no validation whatsoever. And I don't want to talk about the fact they say it only involves the inner city. Really? There's 226 suburbs in the centre of Brisbane. Is that what I'm being told? I don't think so. And again, as you've reported before, $1 billion a year these clowns are getting from the airlines. And they are going to purport to be independent? No. And we have 3 levels of government. Our local council, not my problem. Our state member, not my problem. At least Henry Pike started to do something, but unfortunately he's in the opposition, so there's no traction. I didn't really want to talk about those things. What I really wanted to talk about was what happened to us. So 28 years ago, we lived on the north side of Brisbane. We had a localised noise problem. So we decided to look around to see where we could go to live a peaceful lifestyle, somewhere that we could have a great future, especially when we get to retirement age. And we settled on Cleveland. The infrastructure was light. There was only one way in and out from the trains. We were nowhere near the flight paths of aircraft. And we bought and settled there. So for 27 odd years, it's been wonderful until COVID finished. And my wife said, what's all this airport noise? Aircraft, where the hell have they come from? We would occasionally hear some of the inbound flights as they go across Stratty, and that was about it. So she went off to find out what was this all about. And we eventually found that very secret meeting that was being held at Wynnum. And why do I say secret? We couldn't Google it, we couldn't find it, and you know what? We couldn't even to actually register. So we turned up unannounced. That's how we found out what was going on. Because you see, in the Redlands, our Redlands newspaper doesn't tell us what's going on because everything was done in Brisbane. All the advertising, etc. was done there. So, we now have the situation where I have staff who work in my business at Logan Home. They like the idea of being able to work from home during some days. They can't do it anymore. The noise is so, excuse me, it's such a problem for them, they're now coming back to work. So this whole environment for us, sleep. I'm a very sound sleeper, have been forever. I get woken up any time from 10 o'clock. That's the noise we hear. And you talk about the flights to Dubai, etc. They do a big loop right in front of us to go to from there. So all I can say, guys, We're all in this together. It's not just about us. It's about the whole of the Brisbane environment, and nobody's listening.
Thank you.